I do.
You do, so it's your fault the house is dirty.
I don't think it's too bad.
Gary, you got that out of the way, man, okay?
Okay.
I know you paid extra for me to say that, so you're good. No, seriously though, guys, if, all of us were using a broom right now, what would happen with the dust?
Spin it up in the air.
Right, so a broom works against us. Same with a feather duster. In the beginning of the book, like the book said, if we really want something clean, we use water, okay? So that's really the only way to clean it. Now, can we take a look at your vacuum real quick?
Sure.
Sure.
Would you get it for me? I've never seen a Aqua Dyson before. Where'd you get this, in South Florida?
Me neither.
I don't know what we
I
got.
gave it.
We've had it for years.
For years.
Right there, Wayne.
Now, so you've had this one for years, Gary and Amanda. What kind did you have before this one?
Sharp?
Okay, and it was a bagless, yes?
Yes.
And how long did you have it?
Couple years.
And what kind did you have before that one?
Don't.
Don't remember that far back?
Dirt Devil or something. I don't know, a cheap one.
Cheap one?
Yeah.
How long did it last?
It lasted a few years.
So you've had at least 3 or 4 vacuum cleaners in the past, maybe 10 years? Is that safe to assume?
Yes.
Okay. And of those vacuums, was one of them a bag vacuum at all?
No.
Okay, those are kind of outdated, right? And which one did you like best? In other words, which one did you feel worked the best for you of all the vacuums you've had?
Dyson.
You like the Dyson the best?
Yeah.
Okay. So vacuum cleaners have been around for 114 years or 113 years now. They still have the same 4 parts today they did then. They have an intake, which is down here, the motor, which is here. There's the filter device, which we're going to get into in just a moment in here. And then the exhaust on yours. Now, just for training purposes, I always teach my dealers that if you don't know where it is, the first thing you do is plug it in, obviously, and you're going to turn it on. Is this the on-off switch, guys?
I believe so.
Okay. Now, Gary, Amanda, can you guys feel that coming out of there? Smell it a little bit too? Sorry, I'm getting turned off here. All right? So there's your exhaust, and that's how you find out. Okay? Is turn it on and feel around. There's a lot of vacuums today, guys, that have little vents and it looks like it's the exhaust. It's not. Okay? So don't make yourself look like a fool, because this is, to me, this is one of the most important parts of the demo. If you don't kill their vacuum, if they still think it works, or as Bob mentioned, it's wounded, even if they think it's this way, they're going to keep it. Okay? It's a vac kill, not a vac wound. So there's your 4 basic parts. Now next it says, vacuum cleaners contribute to unhealthy living conditions. Why? Bacteria thrive and multiply in warm, dark, filthy places. Where do you keep your vacuum? In a closet? You don't keep a light on in there, right?
No.
So it's dark, it's warm, and it's filthy. The 3 ingredients for bacteria to grow and multiply. Plus, when you turn it on, you pick up the dead stuff, pick up new stuff and reheat the dead stuff that's in there, so it becomes like a little science project. Okay, that's why you got that funny smell you were just talking about. You see with her face, the truth is right there. Bacteria are also the source of objectionable odors, and each time you run your vacuum, odors, bacteria, and unhealthy air are blown back into the room. Okay? Now I should have, I'm a little ahead of myself, I should have right here taken this off, so I apologize. Gary and Amanda, I'm a little bit too far away. But would you agree all the big stuff comes into here first?
Yes.
Right? You always see like carpet fuzz and a whole bunch of fuzzy stuff.
Right.
Do you ever see large amounts of sand and grit in here? Very seldom, right? And we're going to explain why the vacuum cleaner doesn't really pick up the sand and grit in just a few minutes. The next filter, so that's one, the next filter is all these little drilled holes right here. Okay? Amanda, I like to refer to it as a lint trap in a dryer. You know that you have to replace or take the lint trap out every time you do a load of laundry, right?
Right.
Why?
Because it's clogged. It's not going to dry as fast.
Exactly. Okay? So get the customer to tell you that the lint trap clogs, the air can't pass through it, which is what we talk about in the mini vac, if y'all are doing that. All right? And if air can't escape, air can't come in, and the vacuum can't do what?
Can't take anything else.
Right, it can't clean or pick anything up. Let them give you the answers, guys. Now, on this one, that doesn't take the bottom off,
Looks
does
like
it?
you were onto something, I don't know that.
It's right there, your finger right there. No, up,
Here?
This
yeah.
one drops the bottom out?
Pull.
I don't
No.
want to drop the
That
bottom
little
out.
ring
Yeah.
is what you pulled, Gary.
Right here, because I have a Dyson. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I did that one time.
I think it's that, yeah.
You want the filter inside?
Yes.
Twist it
That right
down,
there.
maybe? I don't know.
That, when that
Does it
comes
twist?
out.
Do you twist it first?
Now, you're on it.
These things are so easy to use.
Try to take it. Another reason to want the rainbow.
Always make sure the kids are on the demo, because one of them usually uses the vacuum and they know how it comes off. All right, let's not worry
And I
about it.
killed this.
Okay, here's the deal. This is like a honeycomb channel or filter they call it. So it filters out the smallest or the next level of dirt. So you got 3 filters here. Now in this vacuum, and I found from experience, many people don't know this, down here is supposed to be another filter. About 90% of these Dysons that you take off, and you guys have one, most of the people don't have one. Now, did you know this was in here, Amanda?
No.
Okay, don't be ashamed, most people don't, once again. There's a couple of filters here. First of all, you've got this filter right here, which is very thick, and even if that donut hole wasn't in the middle, you can't really see the light coming through it, yes? Okay, now if air is escaping, what else is escaping?
Oh,
What's the matter?
You keep that.
You don't like that stuff? Okay. Now, in addition to that, you have another filter right here, and it has little pieces of pie. Now those are all clogged, would you agree? Because the light's really not shining through it. Same thing, if air is escaping, what else is escaping?
yeah, gross.
Okay. Now on this one, this is up to you. You gotta be careful with this, because I oftentimes break these.
It's okay if you do.
Another filter.
Is the 3-day rescission on for this one?
Yeah. So the customer can easily take that off, it looks like, right?
Yes,
They
this
do
is
that
very
all the
easy.
time.
Once you get your engineering degree from UT.
Yeah.
Very basic maintenance, you know?
So this is this the 4th filter we're showing on this one right now?
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is the 6th filter.
Okay.
And Dyson advertises they have 1 filter most of the time.
Really?
And it's never.
You gotta
You guys don't watch the late night shows? Can anybody get this thing off, because I really hate doing
By the
this.
way, one time I did this and I broke the tip of my key off of,
Oh, God.
for the ignition, and I was 45 miles from the house.
Ow.
So, just to tell you about it.
Don't take a screwdriver, is that the deal? Take a screwdriver?
What'd you do?
I actually have one, Bob.
Mr. Bob Hanks.
Is because they say they have a true HEPA filter, okay? The problem with this is down here,
A lifetime HEPA filter. Yep.
okay, it's a lifetime HEPA is what they claim, okay? Now, you notice there's a different color dirt on this?
Disgusting.
What color is that?
It's black.
Black. Does anyone in here know what this is, other than experienced rainbow people?
No.
Okay.
Nasty.
Carbon.
This is what you do. It's carbon brush dust, because the motor blows carbon brush dust, unlike the rainbow, and that's one of the reasons certified by the American Asthma and AAFA, okay? The rainbow has a brushless motor, so there's no brush dust coming into the air.
Right.
This stuff right here is carbon brush dust. Now, the problem with this, Amanda, is they put that there because they know it escapes, to try and protect the customer. But do you think it captures it all, Gary? It
No.
doesn't. As a matter of fact, watch this.
Kills you.
Most of it's still there. That goes in your air, you breathe it in, and it gets all over all your belongings in your home. They're good as new.
Awesome.
Okay. So then we would have went on to this next page, read that page. Dr. Zam is a leading American allergist who wrote a book titled Why Your House May Endanger Your Health, and it says here, don't use dusters, mops, or brooms because they scatter dust. So Amanda, there's a doctor's order, you don't have to clean anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Gary. Honestly, we have to clean until the day we die, right? I mean, even when we're retired, we're gonna have something to clean the house with. So then it goes on to say that vacuums present a peculiar problem. They pick up the dust from surfaces, blow it through the filters into the air, and because they're small size, can go in through our nose, end up in our lungs, and cause problems for people that have asthma, allergies, and different breathing problems. So you may not have seen this before either, so one of the things I want to show you all is actually what happens when you have your vacuum on. Now, Gary, would you hold that handle right there for me? Okay. Now, I don't always do this, but if there's a lot of light in the house, I'm going to, so if you'll turn the light off, and it's very effective if you want to do it, it's only off for about 10 or 15 seconds. What I'd like you guys to do Amanda's already scooting back, but I put this right between the husband and wife, really close. Because if she's freaking out about it, we got a deal, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, here's the exhaust. This is what we discovered earlier, right, Gary?
Yes.
All right. I'd like you guys to focus between my light and the exhaust right here, nowhere else, and let's see what happens each time your vacuum gets turned on. But
Okay.
before we do, let me explain something.
Okay.
Because your filters are very clogged,
Uh-huh.
would you agree there's a good chance that not a lot of air is going to flow through it?
Probably not.
And if there's not a lot of air flowing through it, a lot of dirt might not come through it either, right?
Right.
So if you had open filters or cleaner filters, even more filth is going to come through it.
That's
Does that make sense? Okay, let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness, do you see that, Gary? Now without the light on, you can't see it. If I turn the light back on, Amanda, look at that. Woo! Good heavens. Leave that light on for just another second, please. How long did we have that on? Maybe 10 seconds?
Yeah,
How long does it take you to clean or to run the vacuum? Turn it on.
over 30 minutes. If I clean
Imagine
whole
what the
house,
air would look like after 30 minutes of that, Amanda.
yeah,
Now, the
that's
good news is, Gary, with the rainbow, we can turn it on, suck all the dust, dirt, filth, and germs in here, trap it in the water, or put whatever awesome scent or fragrance you guys like to smell right back into the air in your home again. Now, after seeing what that thing just did, Gary, if you did the cleaning, would you stand behind that anymore?
No.
Does your wife have to?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, good close.
Kill 'em.
Nice.